Well, I can remember whenever my.
Okay, has everybody got their mic on? We are live.
Won't come on, sir.
Probably got a low battery, a dead battery. Okay, we'll call this meeting to order of the Common Council, and we'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Give all be a blessing. Okay, Steve, good.
Heavenly Father, we come to you just now as we close yet another day, thanking you for the many blessings and opportunities that you've given us. And here on this council, thank you for the opportunity to serve the citizens of Brazil. We pray that what we do and say here will be pleasing in your sight. In the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Steve. All right, that takes us to roll call. Brad Deal,
Here.
Angie Mossick,
Here.
Steve Bell, Karen Bowes,
Here.
and Shane Litz.
Present.
Karen McQueen, the city clerk treasurer, is here this evening, and myself, and our city attorney right here. to keep us
Scott
out-
Craig, I'm subbing for Lou Britton this
Yeah,
evening.
he's here to keep us out of trouble.
If he comes back from Florida, if not, I'll maybe hear more often.
Our next item is the approval of minutes, and those minutes were from January 14th, 2026.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as written for January 14th.
We have a motion by Brad to approve those minutes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Abstain.
Elections of officers.
We did that.
We've
We
already
did
done
that.
that.
We did that last month.
Yep.
Yeah, that was done the first meeting in
Sorry, you only got a
That's almost
There's
getting out.
no old or new business. We got a short agenda, but we do have some folks here this evening. If you'd like to introduce yourself and state your concern. Yeah, you might as well kick it off, huh?
My name is Becky Gross, and I grew up here in Clay County, in Edgewood subdivision. I am now a part owner of a real estate company here. We bought the old A&B farmhouse, Green Road. My concern is, I know this was a fluke of a winter with the snow that we got, but what can we do for the sidewalks? Because I'll tell you what, I saw people step out of the Dollar Tree, could not go down the sidewalk, so they walked down the middle of 40. I seen a gentleman in a wheelchair come out of the Dollar Tree and go down the middle of 40. You know, you see on the news all the time with these pedestrians getting hit. If the sidewalks were clear, these people wouldn't be having to worry about going down the middle of our main street. I know that, I don't know what year, but I do know that there's an ordinance that says the business owners are responsible for the sidewalks. But we all know that things have evolved since then. I know that there has got to be a small bucket truck, a four-wheeler, that a snowplow can go on something. Years ago, it used to be the city workers. I realized when I called City Garage, they had 5 to 6 guys and they were tied up. I understand that. I also know that we have this big immaculate jail that has umpteen people in there. Are none of them on work release? That we could get them out to help our citizens that walk where we're at. The Brazil Main Street is right next to us. There's a ministry of some kind, a wellness center, the Chambers of Commerce. Those are just some right there. After I draw attention to it, then all of a sudden there was a snow blower that was taken to the courthouse and did around it. Being in real estate, I go to a lot of different cities, towns, counties. Just to name a couple, Putnam, Vigo, and Sullivan County. Their cities clean their sidewalks. I understand that there's homes considered as on top of business on 40, but what would it hurt to make the citizens and the people visiting safer? I mean, I almost got hit walking across the street to Domino's Pizza because a guy was driving in the right-hand lane where all the snow was plowed up, and he wasn't aware that that lane stopped out there in front of Sunrise, and he about took me out 2 days ago. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you're in my lane. And I'm like, dude, it's not a driving lane. So that's another whole separate issue. And I know that with the snow and everything, I know this was a very unique winter. I understand that. But I'm just looking at, I don't know what year that ordinance was put in place, but I really think that it needs to be brought attention to, it's 2026. If we can't help our people in our community, then how is it going to help business people like myself be open? Sean's Kitchen was closed, Mario's was closed, Murphy's Pub was closed. Alabama was open because Alabama Street was open. But the sidewalk down from, I can tell you straight up, from Alabama Street to Lambert Street, you could not have stepped 1 foot on that sidewalk without going 11 inches. If you think, because when the 40 was cleared off, all that sledge was thrown over on top of those 11 inches of snow, and that turned to ice. Yesterday, as warm as it was, the gentleman, his name is Pastor Terry, I don't know the name of the ministry place, but he was out there with a pickaxe and a shovel to clean the whole sidewalk for everyone. Now, I know I'm not the best fit person, but I just had complete shoulder replacement and rotator cuff repair in October, and I tried for 20 minutes. I got about 4 feet by 4 feet. That's it. What else was I supposed to do? I paid a gentleman to do it, and he got about 8 feet by 10, if you're lucky. You know, it is the business owner's expense to clean the sidewalk? Is it the homeowner's expense to clean the sidewalk? Those are city sidewalks. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong in the city sidewalks, but, you know, there's a lot of city, like, transition strip, you know, who's that belong to, you know?
Well, what this put me in the mind of.
But, you know, I get it, and you've got a valid concern. I'm not saying that at all. But our trucks, that snow we had there needed hauled off.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, and-
initially. Our trucks all had the sand spreaders on them. We wasn't done doing that. And once we got the streets cleared, then we go back, because we get calls, you know, all
Oh,
the
yeah.
The first one, because we'll plow the driveway shut, just like
Yeah,
Cody does.
I've heard that.
Or the alley, and then they use that to get in and out of the house. So then we start taking all the handicaps and doing those areas first, and that, we were still breaking stuff open. Then the day we had our conversation, I can tell you this, I was at Terre Haute 2 days ago, and they still had snow on some of their sidewalks,
Really?
on 40. So everybody fought that same problem, and a lot of it
Yeah.
was just what you said. When it got thrown up there and turned to ice,
Yeah,
then you had to use a piece of equipment to deal
yeah,
with it.
and,
And we hadn't took our spreaders off yet, because we wanted to make sure we got the sand all spread. You know, we got 3 or 4 dump trucks. But, you know, I don't know the good answer to it right now, Becky, but you do have a valid concern.
Well-
and it's something I think we can discuss and look at and see how we can make it better. Years ago, there used to be a private individual, you had little skid steer, you
Yes.
could run down the sidewalk, Virgil Bucks.
yep,
But,
but we
you know,
also,
so it's something we can address it, you know, and see if we can come up with a better system to do it.
well, there was a few of us that offered if someone had some kind of equipment that we could borrow, we volunteered to do it, and nobody would even offer anything
Well, everybody
up.
was using their equipment,
Yeah,
you know.
but my concern is when I watched that gentleman go down the middle of 40
Mhm.
in a wheelchair.
And, you
All
know,
I could think of is a few, you know, I know it's been
You know-
several years ago now, but I remember when Brazil was sued by ABA for the sidewalks not being,
that wasn't over snow. That was a
No,
whole different issue.
right, but they couldn't act, they
Handicap
could,
accessible.
yeah,
We-
but
we
now,
don't- We don't have much of that now. We've redone it.
Yes.
Made it
I remember,
handicap,
I
but-
lived.
Yeah, yeah, you couldn't get a hold of a piece of equipment when you needed it.
I know,
But-
and then, you know, the thought of the one that we were talking about, you know, that's a 6-foot bucket.
Mhm.
Those sidewalks, there's only 4 foot
Right.
passing through there, I would have had to take out every light pole along the way.
Yeah,
You know?
I'd say it, hopefully we don't have many of those.
Right, I'm
But
just,
There was several, and it wasn't due to, I think, the sidewalks as much, there were several businesses closed due to just that sub-zero temperature.
yeah, well,
You
I
know,
was
that
just,
caused a lot of issues, so.
what I would like is to see if some, and I don't know where to get copies of the ordinances that are
We
in
can
Clay
find
County.
them.
But I would like to see, you know, what year that was put in as
Well-
it being, because a lot of things have
We'll,
changed.
we'll review, well, we can look at it, review it, see what, you know, we're always wanting to do improvements if possible.
Right, well, and I just, you know, I wasn't
You're in
wanting
a
to
bad
raise a
spot,
stink,
but-
I just, I was born and raised here and brought business back here to help.
Well, I think one of the problems we got right now is the fact that, yeah, that is an ordinance that most businesses keep their own sidewalks clear because we don't have the manpower to do a lot of that. But one issue we got now is there's not very many businesses in town. There's a lot of areas there that don't have anybody in there to keep the sidewalks clean. Now, if you look at Riddell Bank, they do keep theirs clean out there. They have somebody come and do it. And there's a few others that also
Well,
do
you got
that.
empty buildings.
No,
Used to use.
that's a ministry right next to
Well,
me.
no, I'm talking
And
about
then the
Luke Moody
wellness.
where he owns them, right? There's nothing in there where that, motor shop is at.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I
that's
Yeah.
tried to
empty.
sell that one.
But that's one of the problems we got right now is the fact there's so many
Good
empty
luck with
buildings.
him.
Getting someone to clean it is the difficult part.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying, I don't wanna raise a stink
Yeah.
about it, I would
Yeah.
like for, you
For
know,
us to
Well-
do it,
something to be looked into, cause I felt so bad, I went out front twice to help elderly women getting out of her car. One lady about fell, and the car coming down 40, swerved, honked her horn, and I went running out the front door, cause I thought, if she falls, they're gonna run over her.
where was she going?
She was trying to go to that wellness clinic
Oh,
thing,
that-
a couple
yeah,
down from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's, you know, to me, if we was gonna do the sidewalk, we'd almost have to contract it out. You know, I mean, subcontract it, but,
but look, I'm
We'll
willing
look-
to run
we'll-
machinery if someone
we'll,
wants
we'll take a look at the ordinance, and like I say, it can be something, and even do it if it's a snow event of 10 inches or more, or 6 inches or less, and
Yeah,
maybe do a sliding scale on some of that stuff.
I mean, it just,
If you
it,
get on
it worried.
just like those sidewalks, if you get on when it's 3 or 4 inches and be
Yeah.
able to keep doing it, it's not so bad.
right,
It's one of those things like you see on TV and stuff like that. I've done this. Got a place out there on 40. Cleared my driveway. Got it all cleared out. Highway truck comes through. I've got another 3 foot of snow that I just cleared out there. And the same thing here in town. You can clear that sidewalk. Well, for one thing, where are you going to put it? If you got a snow blower, you may blow it over back towards the highway. And then here comes a truck and it's right back on the
Yep.
sidewalk. But more ice there. It's a tough thing to deal with.
well, you know,
But
it was like a 12 days from when
Yeah.
it snowed before
Yeah.
we could even get anything cleared out at
Yeah.
all.
Well, let us look into, I appreciate you coming out, that's because we
Absolutely.
need people to come up, and you're talking to the right body, the board,
Yep.
to make all those decisions. But
That's why I made a few phone calls to
Yeah.
find out where, when, and
Yeah.
how, and
And, thank you for coming, and,
Thank you.
your voice is heard,
thank you.
okay? All right, we don't have any, this is the shortest agenda I've ever seen, we don't have any old business, we don't have any new business, so we're to council comments. No? Anybody got anything? Angie,
Yes.
oh, your apology. What was that street cut you said was on Colfax and Hendricks?
It was on Hendricks right at the end of Depot, where Depot runs into Hendricks. But
I'll be
there's a second one,
Okay.
but I don't know the name of the street. You know, it's in your neighborhood, North Street goes and it bends around towards 40.
Mhm.
It's right as it bends around, there's a modular home and it looks like there's been a cut there for water, sewage, whatever, and
Yeah,
it's,
it's West North Street.
oh, is
Yeah.
it, that north just bends around?
Yeah, it comes in behind Emirates,
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
and
Look at
it's,
that. I apologize, I'll be honest with you, I spaced it. I even wrote myself a note, forgot to look at the note. So,
well,
we'll
there
get
you go,
that.
now you can
Of course,
have.
it got snow covered for a while. but
Yeah, right.
Yeah, couldn't see it anyway.
We'll get on that. If nobody has anything, guys, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Well, before I do that, I want to just let everybody know that really appreciate the flowers you sent for my mom's funeral. I knew I'd do this. But in honor of her, because it's the way she was, every time the trash truck went through, she took the guy out a candy bar. Every time the mailman came, he got a candy bar. And she'd always told me, make sure if we got any candy bars left, take them to the council. So
Oh.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
That's a nice memory.
motion to adjourn?
We have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Steve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
This is dead too.
Yeah, that's when we.
What do we need to do to make these work?
On the short-
I don't know, is it working? Oh, yours battery's dead too, mine is on.
Yeah, I don't know.